It's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
World J.
Crazy. Oh. It ain't that no more. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Okay. And boom. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back, goddammit, to another edition of Tell Me a Joke, the Guideline to Chasing the Dream. I'm your host, Maniacal, Menace, Kyle Smith. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. And today, man, I got the entrepreneur, the hustler, the one that's out here always making the money moves with the fresh fashion, usually. And the dude is always doing what it does. Hey, put your hands together for UC Jae. You see him. Yeah. Well, what's happening? So, with the fuzzy slippers on. Okay. Okay.
You know, I got to put it on.
Hell
you put it in
son.
the bio. You put it in the intro.
I feel you, son, man. Loving life, man. How things been, man?
Things is beening. Like,
Yeah.
know, like life is life. But I think
Yeah.
you know, out of, like, as always, like, even from the first interviews or when you first met me, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm in the places I'm supposed to be. Sometimes I just question that because I'm arrogant. And I like to have the answers, but a lot of time I know I'm never too far out of place, you know. So right now where I stand, I am just trying to make like you said, the right money moves, and that goes into having a real job these days. Back then I was really just having to hustle off
Son, how was the hustle? I've always envied the people that was like, this is my 9 to 5 right here. Boom, I sell this is what I do, entrepreneur status. I'm out here. I'm like, holy shit, how scary is that?
Terrifying.
Yeah.
And I think that even like that was my first year, 2 years down here. Like I still have, you know, I think the hustler spirit, especially in Black people in general, it was kind of born with it.
Yeah.
I think the resourcefulness is part of our culture in general. So like usually we find a way to make a way. But I think that when it comes into being an entrepreneur or really taking your finances when it's specifically into your own hands, there's a lot of sacrifices that come with that, and a lot of organization that needs to happen, or you can easily just drop the ball.
Organization.
You know,
organization is key.
And I think the biggest thing, like somebody said, the difference between a hustler and an entrepreneur is paperwork.
Ooh.
And a lot of times, especially with Black people going into being a hustler, try to make this legitimate, you don't necessarily keep on your paperwork. You don't pay your taxes. Yada, yada. We can go turkey leg. We can go 1,000 people down the line. I got to close because of bad paperwork or bad people not having checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? Like not checking your accounts and not doing all these different things. You know, there's a lot of people that go into that. So when you become an entrepreneur, you got to really know. It's just like, you know, to really be a boss, you got to know all the roles.
Yeah.
You taking on every role when you become an entrepreneur, whether it be manufacturing, marketing, scheduling, administrations, customer service, HR. You take on all of that. And
no lie, I'm still thankful for a W-2.
You know, and that's the thing about it. Like shit, I'm really now just not filing my taxes from a lot of my business dealers. And like, so like even this coming year, I'm like, I ain't making no money back. I'm gonna be paying these folks on the payment plan over 2026. So like, that's where my focus is right now. Like really getting back on track for real. Not just only on my own spirit, but like in the eyes of the government, in the eyes of my people, and just being focused and intentional. So but that entrepreneurial spirit is still in me, and I think right now it's just festering as I'm trying to sit here and figure out my next big steps and pairing that with my art and my gifts. You know, even in this community, I feel like the hustler spirit only can go so far because there's only so much money in this space, and a lot of times it's not shared, or a lot of people don't have the gumption to go take it.
Ooh, the gumption. Nobody wants to go get it. Everybody wants it handed to them. Everybody loves something handed to them. That's when that stimmy came out, and everybody was like, "Ooh, I ain't got to go nowhere." Oh man, let me get on this PPP loans, man. And then y'all got had. It's like, oh shit. Now what do we do? Now what do we do?
And I think that's the hard part. Getting back to that paperwork part, it's just like also being legitimate, because you can only be illegitimate for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, even don't get me wrong, that unemployment shit was hitting. I was flipping that month, but I was doing my thing.
Right.
No, it wasn't government. But like you feel me? Like
you gotta
it
get
was
you gotta do what you gotta do.
But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you pay the consequences on that, whether that be morality, whether that be your freedom, whether that be you feel me, your discipline and your expectations. I tell people all the time, it's just like being in the street. Fast money, now you can't go get a regular job. Because you want to go work for $12 an hour when you make $1,200 an hour is crazy. You know, and I think this is where a lot of times
you gotta humble yourself then.
It get your ego too high, get your expectations too high. When we all still regular people, and we all go through that regular people cycle. I don't care who you are. You know, unless you're born into like nepotism in a family that got
nepo
all that
babies,
shit. You feel me?
nepo babies.
You gonna find the cycles, and even them they find their cycles in a different way.
Yeah,
too. So,
yeah. You got your Jake Pauls and such, but I since I have my child now, I'm like, I would love for him to be a nepo baby. You know, I don't want him to have to go to struggle. I want him to be able to go up and just be able to freely do what he would love to do. But you know, at this point in time, daddy got to go ahead and get it. And so it's just like, I have the gumption. Now, I've always had the gumption. It's just that I was always scared to like leap. I was always scared to take that leap to be like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do to go ahead and further this dream. I'm getting older now, so I got to be strategic. I can't just be out here just be like leaping, you know, like that lemur and shit. I can't do that. I got to slow it the fuck down and like pick my spots and see what the fuck's working and see what's not, because it's difficult out in these streets to actually make a living off of what you love. And, you know, I'm actually enjoying the fuck out of electrical, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I love it so because I never did want to do it.
But I mean, I think at the end of the day, especially for what we're trying to establish, especially going forward in the society we live in, you gonna build that nepo baby by that.
Yeah.
Before, like, not saying before this can be or art can be, but also just what pattern recognition would consistently pay.
Yeah.
And now it goes into, again, back to like, because again, when you get that check, you become an entrepreneur too. A lot of times people don't look at it like that, because again, they go buy luxuries. But if you go put that money up, you go put that money into invest in X, Y, and Z. Again, now you build nepotism off of something that is foolproof almost. You know what I'm saying? Versus putting it into something that, you know, got to take a higher risk.
So what would you say you would invest in? Like what are good investments?
So the SP 500,
yeah,
that's gonna be a good investment, because again, capitalism is gonna continue to go. Even if we go to war, niggas gonna buy something across the world. So that's a factor. I think outside of that, what I would invest in is quality skill sets. So like you already mentioned, you already have a trade.
Yeah.
So I think that going even further than that, for what you already have, is now developing that to where you can work for you, to where again you can have people under you and you could train people, and now we're not looking for another company to do that. And I think again that goes into why you find enjoyment out of it, because again, when you find enjoyment out of it, same for like your art, you don't mind not being paid what you should be paid, or getting paid at all for the
that is true.
So I think that's what I would invest in, is what will continue to be prevalent in the future. I'd invest into AI shit. I throw my money at fucking what's his name, Elon, because that nigga gonna keep making money. You feel me? We can hate his ass, but
I've invested in Opus Clips. So that's the AI that I've invested in that actually gives me return to where it clips these into like clips to where people like, oh, I watched this from this clip, I need to see more, and I'm like, okay, Opus, I don't mind giving you my $9. Fuck yeah, continue please. You know, and it like just this here and everything that I have been doing, it's like the slow build, but I'm enjoying watching it because I've seen the process and what can happen to certain people. Like I like that I'm this age now, and I got to see, instead of being like all thrusted at me at once and then be like, boom, what you gonna do with that? Like if you gave me $1 million at the age of 20, you're like, good luck. Yeah, I wouldn't be the same Kyle right now.
Exactly.
You know, it's
sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But I think this, with the world that we live in, with the instant gratification that we see of the internet, that's what kids are going out there. And I remember, like, I don't watch many podcasts, but I do enjoy Deontay Kyle. I don't know if you ever heard of him. It's an Eggs podcast. But he said at one point in time, just like that, why are you 19 needing $100,000? What do you need with $100,000 at 19?
Right.
Outside of trying to get validation from something that you should get within yourself. So, like, I think this what goes into, like, again, pace. comes in at. Like you getting, like you took your time to get to this point.
It's
so now you can
it's the
value
same
it.
thing that you want at the age of 40. Toys. That's it. You just want toys. Just get toys. That's about it. I get practical things though. Things that are useful for nigga. I just bought an 8-inch rain shower, son.
8-inch
rain shower. The shower head.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought
Listen,
an 8-inch.
I bought one. I just changed one not too long. Got a couple tips so you can go out to both knobs.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
some different features.
Yeah. Oh,
little
man.
things like that.
Luxury.
Come
on.
That's
Come
what they call
on.
romance in your own life. That's what
Oh
you gotta
my
do
goodness,
sometimes.
that's why it's what you
might
be so
stay your ass
hard.
at home if you have some
I
better
know.
sheets. You might,
oh my God, exactly. I can't wait till I get a topper on my mattress, man.
What the duvet put all you gotta get.
That duvet is
but
amazing. Like not having that type of amenity, it's just like, and it don't take much. It might be a little bit more, but that little bit more is just a little bit better. It's just a little bit better, and I do enjoy. Like it was nice having a Cadillac until I had to pay Cadillac prices when I was into the dealership, and I was like, all right, you know what? This truck roll over everything. So you gotta think of the practicality of things when it comes to like how are you gonna spend your money throughout life. And I think like in the beginning it was just like, I wanted to be flashy, I wanted to be this, I wanted to be that. But now I still wanted to be flashy. I still wanted to be nice.
It looks different,
but right. But I don't. It doesn't need to be. I don't need a Corvette. You get see. That's a dream car. It was in the beginning. I've always wanted a 350Z. I've always wanted a Nissan 350Z. But then I realized I'm like, once I've had this Cadillac, that ATS, it looked more of a luxury 4-door coupe, but that motherfucker got the hell up. I was like, oh shit. And then it did so many features. It didn't have the stick shift anymore. All my cars had stick shift.
Okay.
Still want to go back to my Mustang. I need a 5.0. I just need that. I need to get back to that.
Well, I bought a motorcycle and I just got past the thing. So now I also want to learn automatic cars in general, just off the muscle.
Oh, you feel so much more connected.
That clutch hit, the kick.
It feels so connected to everything. You feel the road. Like I definitely know. I have more knowledge on cars, I believe. Not as like a mechanic or nothing like that, but I understand when I get in somebody's car, I'm like, oh, this don't. You got problems over here, huh? This is.
I gotta
like,
say, knowledge from having lemons. Like I ain't gonna lie, and having to fix the shit. So like I can go in there and be like, I smell translucent fluid.
Yeah,
that ain't oil. That's rubber.
You got some shit leaking under the hood.
Knocking, I gotta be that. Them control arms or something.
Oh my goodness! I've had so many problems that I've just dealt with on my own, just because I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. As black folks, we got that I'm gonna fix it mentality.
Resourcefulness is
very much so. And you know what? Help me out with this, because I see you have the same type of blind situation that I am having at my house. All right, and I see that these blinds right here, they're a little bit up, but they're not all the way down. They have the twisty thing. What a pull string, man.
I just pull it.
What do you mean you just pull it?
I want to say you just do like this. And it stays.
Get the fuck. That's how that works. I thought so. But I didn't want to be like a Neanderthal and just going tugging on shit, and then I break something, and I'm like, nah, I gotta pay for it. Nah, I don't get the deposit back. So thank you. I figured it was some shit like that. It's crazy that it works that way. They should put instructions on certain things.
They probably threw them away with the last 5.
Probably so. Probably so. That's good to know. Now I don't have to go to bed scratching my brain. Yeah. What time does this muse normally hit you?
It's the same thing. Is my muse or snooze?
No, muse.
Like when
when it's time to write. When it's like, I need to get this out.
For me, I think I tell people all the time, and it's something I also realizing in general, which I always knew, but I tried to mask it with masculinity or the societal standards. But I'm very sensitive, so anything that makes me move is a muse. And
that was like a tongue twister just now. It threw me through a loop. Everything you just said.
Okay, so
no, I got you.
Got me?
Yeah.
Well, they might not get me. So when So basically, when I feel, I get amused, and like this is also, I remember I seen this quote as well, that when do you know you're finished as an artist? You know when it invokes a specific emotion.
Ooh.
So basically, when I feel something, I think this is different in feeling.
You know what's going there. I'm glad you're
identifying
answering this.
emotions. So I feel something like, this is off. Now I don't know if this is jealousy. I don't know if this is pride. I don't know if this is ego. But as I go through that feeling, now not only am I clocking my own mental self and developing myself, as I put this on paper now, I'm also trying to feel what emotion is coming out most. And then now once I continue to write, I curate that emotion because we all have that emotion. Like, and so in general, I tell people all the time, it's just like a movie. Movies, there has titles to movies for a reason. You know you're gonna watch a drama for drama and all these different things. So that's how I feel like when I start writing. It's like, what is the emotion? Because art is emotion, just masqueraded in beautiful codes. And so like I think that once when I feel an emotion, that's when it really be like, okay, this is not something that just amuse or move me no more. This is now something that needs to be communicated, and I'm the person that have the ability to communicate it best. So then now we finish this out, and then this is also where even going to my artistry, and now I'm going more into a theatrical or cinematic pocket because again, music or sounds also convey emotions. I can give you a poem, I can do a lot. However, if I have something cascading in the background that is ominous, now it also concretes this eerie feeling or this destructive feeling that I'm giving you, and now it's easier for you to identify that emotion and things of that general.
You really locked in on these words now.
I'm getting better. Like this is like the poet.
Like, you made me want to go right now. God damn. I want to go home now.
So like this is like the same thing too. Like when we first met in general, a lot of that first year shit was by mistake. I was literally just throwing out my emotions. I knew these are my stories, this yada yada yada. So now I have to be a little bit more intentional too as well, because I wrote on most of the shit that was heavy. And don't get me wrong, I still get triggered, but that ain't finna write the same poem twice. I'm not. My mama pissed me off. I'm finna write another mama poem.
Right.
It's time to figure out why I keep getting triggered, and then now we can go forward and write something different. You know,
son, there's like a big, like there's gonna be a big collaboration that's about to happen, and I'm gonna tell you when we all done with this, but I am excited for this. It's sad, deep, hard shit, but I am prepared for everything right now, and I'm enjoying the feelings and the emotions that I'm getting to sit through, you know, and it has been. It's had its up and downs, and it's rocky most of the time. But as long as my work, as long as that has continued like to progress to where I'm being able to do more on my own, like to where I command a troop of people, and it's just like, you know, I didn't ask for it. It just gradually kind of had happen. So it's just like, and that gives me a sense of pride to where I shouldn't feel as down in the dumps as I do when I do feel down in the dumps, you know, but you know, that's a thing that I think about that gets me out of that. And then I have these moments here to where I'm like, oh, nigga, the muse is hitting me. The muse is here. And it makes me want to, it makes me excited to write again, to continue to write more. Like I've just finished the piece that I did at the new spot.
LA Burgers.
Yeah, that there. I tweaked that again. I was like, that's too long, but understand that I see the funny parts in it. Yeah, the funny parts that work. And I'm like, okay. And so it's
now that you say the funny, my fault to cut you off.
No. Continue.
Like when you write, because again, like I just saw about evoking an emotion. And I know that you, how do you say it? Commodity.
Yeah.
So is it more, because again, a lot of times with comedy in general, a lot of times it can be dark, ominous. You know how you deliver it. But do you always be like, okay, I gotta put it into a funny pocket, or is it more so like, this is how I know people can digest it?
A little bit of both, because I do have something informative that is very silly, which is very gross at the same time. But I know that if I do research, that I could get into a pocket to where I'm very informative. I don't care to do that. I do care to, like, what I do is what I do get into is I like to be silly, but also bring awareness to certain things. So my awareness can still be silly. So as I approach it like a comic. Like I'll be writing a bit. I approach it as a bit, as if I'm writing a bit. But in my head, the way things work now is they come out poetically. And I'm like, I don't try for it like that because I still want to go back into comedy and do bits. But now every bit that I come up with, I am trying to put a comedic poem for it.
Okay.
So when I do when I do go at my poems and I present them, I also have a story to tell. And so I have a comedic stanza in before I hit my poetry, and it's something that I've worked on since I've done this, since I've started doing the comedy poetry. But it's difficult to kind of like capture and master because I know what I want it to be like and I know what I want it to sound like. That's why I'm like I went back and I fixed this poem just because I'm like, all right, it hits and it's nice as if it was just a poem that's long. Cool. You said a whole bunch of weird shit. That's not the feeling I'm trying to get from that. I'm not trying to get to where it's like, all right, he's still going on about that weird shit. I need it to be like, oh, bitch, that's funny. All right, cool. Whoop, that's fire. That's nice how you did that. Bitch, you said that. Bitch, all right. And then da crescendo, boom, and then it ends. To where people are like, bitch, that's good. Like grandmothers, depends.
So also, I guess, do you write for those? Because like what do they call it? What do they call that in poetry and in comedy when you bring something back together after you drop something? Well, not drop it, but like you.
The callbacks.
The callbacks. So do you write not only for the callbacks, but do you also write for those punchlines? That's what it is.
Yeah,
do you write for those punchlines.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Most most of the poems that I do try to write, I write them out as if it was a bit. So I write them out as kind of like punchlines. And yeah, if my brain doesn't fucking take off, like sometimes I start writing and it'll just take off, and I'm like, you're getting out of it gets out into the weeds basically, and I'm like, it's just too much. And, I've learned something from Khalid to where he's just like, I'm a slam poet, so I write for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So whatever else is extra,
you're putting yourself in that slam poet pocket.
Not me. Not me. That's what he does. That's his thing. That's his thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, because I have a problem with getting rid of shit. Like I'm a hoarder of bars. I want all the bars. I want them all in there.
I'm saying,
it's like sometimes they don't necessarily need to be there. And I'm learning. I don't necessarily need all this filler because what I'm given already is a lot.
It's supplemental already.
Right. So the extra is just like the lanyap is cool, but do I need it? And then that's when things get a little long and I'm like, fuck. So, yeah, I'm also out there as a comic trying to find out where the funny parts are so I know when to pause as well. Pausing is, that's like the emotion when you were talking about how when you get on stage, the emotion and the feeling. That is one of the emotions that I really like to take in now. Like, because in the beginning, I would just, and I don't want to hear no type of pause. I don't want to hear no type of silence.
And then I think that goes into even cadence, and this is where where the intention goes in that when you become an artist and you keep developing your craft, because I think now we can identify that again. Those causes goes into delivery, stage, knowing the room, knowing what joke might hit better, so I can stay here a little longer. Versus, or what part of the poem I should resonate on, and that also comes with repetition and practice. Like again, like I talk about time. Like even I remember I edited that thing like I want to say like 4 months. I got you had it on. I edited that thing not too long ago with the I did the preacher, like, so when I say the I'm covered by the blood, so I won't have blood in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I bring the preacher. And like again, that goes for me just fucking around. Like, let me see how else I can enhance this, although it's already good. And I think that just goes into again constantly looking at how can I develop what I already have, because again, most people want to hear that again anyways. And also looking at, okay, now I see how this works in the room, or this small mannerism, or this certain tone difference. And it's also, for me personally, I started looking into more screenwriting and actors. So basically, like, I remember I seen something that would basically, like, I'm gonna use a really good example. If I be like, fuck, I had a hard day, it's different than fuck, man, I had a hard day.
Hey,
because now the first one is aggression.
Yeah,
This one is exhaustion.
Yeah, I felt that aggression, and I felt the exhaustion in the second one. I was like, oh, that nigga tired. Okay,
I said the same exact thing. I said the same exact thing, and it's also why I had paused. Fuck. Today's just hard. It's a difference too.
Yeah.
I caught myself. It's restraint. It's showing that it's the same thing, and this is how you convey something a little bit deeper. Because I caught myself. And this is how you have pockets where you can hit something, or even in a joke, depending on how I lay it, it can be more rhetorical. It can be more belittling. It can be more however I give this emphasis to it, depending on what I'm trying to convey in this moment or overall in this poem. And I think this goes into, again, other art mediums and levels and how we can, because again, I think communication is the baseline of everything. Music, acting.
This is poetic theory right here.
And so, like, at the end of the day, if you're not looking at all of these, where's your semicolon? Where's your comma?
Get your English degree on. Come on, get in there.
And that makes a difference in your delivery.
Poetic theory. Y'all better, hey, man, if you ain't into your poet, man, there's levels and layers to this shit. I swear. Oh, my goodness.
And I think Slam has evolved that. And I think, because again, here's the thing too, people's attention span is shorter and shorter and shorter. And then on top of that as well, I have to make it make sense in 3 minutes. And in this 3 minutes, I got so much, because again, a great poem, a great song, a great anything either conveys one feeling the whole time, or it takes you on a roller coaster.
Yes.
And so, like, either way, you got to know what you're doing and how you can now deliver that. So
I'm glad that you brought up also I keep that thing on me, because I wrote a silly version to I keep that. I've been trying to find
I love to hear it.
It's basically it's called I Keep That Twanky on Me.
Go spit, my brother. Spit that shit. Call it new shit.
But this has been it Ano got me into doing this on here to where I would find something. I'm like, oh, this is relatable, and so all right, but continue saying. I'm gonna find this here.
Yeah. So basically, go back to the point of even going into, again, being more critical of your work. I think a lot of that goes into, again, intention. And a lot of times, even as we probably transition to the poetry community and things of that nature, it's a lot of times where it's like, realistically, not even be specific like this. We're like, let's use Juan as an example. Why am I not getting posted? Look at the other things that's getting posted. Are you as good as them? And let's keep it a buck. Because again, let's put it in real shit. Because if you, and I'm gonna look at the camera, if you get in the arena with me, nigga, it ain't that easy. I promise you that.
Hell
If
no.
you think you deserve to get posted over me, then I don't think, I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody deserves the right to be exposed. But if you're looking at a platform that's trying to show the best and showcase the best shit, how can you be like, damn, I did more work than UC Jae, so I should be posting more than him? And so, like, that's hard. That's a hard pill for people to swallow, because again, you write one poem, you get a couple claps, and now you think that everybody likes that poem, or it's palatable to somebody's platform. Same shit right now. Juan tagged me in something that's not for my page aesthetic. I'm not accepting it. I don't care. I don't care. And you can be mad at me all I want, but I have a palatable thing, and my fans do too, just like he does. Yeah. And I think this goes into, again, intention in the community. Are you gonna learn the community? Are you gonna learn the pockets? Are you gonna learn the game? Because all these things, it matters for if you want this to be a career. But also what people do is they looking at this like everything else, a get rich quick scheme. You think you finna go get famous and go get put on a talk show? Fuck no. You don't have the etiquette. You don't have the PTO. You don't even have the resources. I mean, like, you think they finna change your life over that? Maybe change your life for a few months. But like, what's gonna happen long term if you don't have the
Long
ability
term
to
is what we
to
looking
continue
for.
this plan further?
Definitely. Long term is definitely what I'm looking for. Long term is amazing. Like that, everybody's like, hey man, consistency. I love what you're doing. I'm like, good. Because, nobody likes to think long term. Everybody likes to think right now. Ain't nothing about to happen right now. Like, sure, you can go ahead and pop off, but how long is it going to how long is it going to last? How long will it last? Like, I talked about the little flossing kid. Remember him? The little black backpack kid, and then he used to floss and shit. How long will that last? Didn't last long.
Till Fortnite got his copyrights.
Oh.
And so at the end of the day, this is where lowering the game comes in. That for art.
That's so
do you know
sad.
intellectual property? Do you know? Do you know what? Do you know how to go file a lawsuit for that?
This
And
motherfucker,
XYZ?
this is another little Russell on the couch.
You know what I'm saying? This is where a lot of people get fucked up. And also, like, even before I got down here in poetry, when I did clothes back home, bro, I had business partners. I had all this other different shit. And I used to tell people, my business partners all the time, they be like, bro, what are you doing? X, Y, and Z. I said, my success ain't for 10 years, bro. Calm down. Like, I got 10 years until I get where I need to go, but I'm not finna rush that.
Gotta be a journeyman
you know
at this game.
And even right now, to work, I come down and got instant success down here. I had the habits before I started doing poetry. Because I was an entrepreneur. Everything was in my control. I also am very analytical and pattern based. So again, when I got here, I applied the habits that I had for entrepreneur to my art. And on top of that, knowing how all this makes sense for my 10-year goal of becoming something.
You
and
made
we're
a
about
move
a couple
quick.
years out. Because them 10 years
You made a move quick.
blew by. And y'all be thinking 10 years ain't nothing. And especially till you have a kid. And you go like, damn it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like
man,
that's
about to
10
be
years
two
right
now.
there.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
people don't want to make a plan. And I think this is the problem in our just society in general no more. No one wants to look at the long-term plan and also know what that requires on discipline. I think that's why relationships suck right now. I think that's why all these other different things suck.
Yes.
Because again, everything comes with discipline.
Motherfuckers not disciplined.
And then a lot of times love is you gotta be disciplined. Like you might not like me for 6 months. I'm sorry, baby. There's no dates, there's no romance. I'm sorry. You want that house right? Or do you want to go post a picture for what? For a story view? It's crazy.
That
We gonna get to it. Go ahead. You keep that Twinkie on you?
I'll keep that Twinkie on me. Okay. All right. So, all right. This is I'll keep that Twinkie on me. I like to play on words because you can think whatever Twinkies is. Yeah.
I already thought. I'm with you.
I used to be scared of dogs walking out at night by myself, but not no more. I keep that Twinkie on me. No Diddy come fuck with me. I keep it on me like a $1.50. I keep that Twinkie on me like a diabetic. When the sugar shift, I took a lift to the cliff cause the hostess is what I pay these hosts with. I keep that Twinkie on me. Big six to the table, I'll off your top cause the top is lonely. I brandish 2 Twinkies cause the cops is on me. I keep that Twinkie on me. So the baby D's with the big backs never go hungry when they haunt me. I keep the UC Jae at bay. He don't play, he keep that thing on him all day. But when he go away, I got these Twinkies if you stay. I keep that Twinkie on me. The cream filling is appealing if you feeling what I'm dealing. I sell that dope, the high fructose corn syrup, dry glucose in your porn stirrups. I keep that Twinkie on me. Forever lasting like my legacy. You SpongeBob cakes, baby, texture me. You can't lecture me on my messaging contextually. I keep that Twinkie on me. Who need a snack? I fulfill needs. Rip open my package and I give real good deeds. I keep that Twinkie on me. I ain't a fat bag, but I snack like one. If it's a pack of that, I'ma ask for some. I keep that Twinkie on me. Hey, there it is. There it is.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I got a feature. I'm probably gonna feature end of last Wednesday at Avant Garden, and I need you to do that. The thing about it is because like I'm not doing that thing at all. Y'all, that feature finna be heavy. That's real ass.
Yeah.
Y'all finna, like, and even right now, I think the reason why I've been away a little bit, I've been restructuring my brand. And I think a lot of that goes into being intentional about your personality, your person, and also your artistry. And that goes into why I didn't accept the video for that Juan tagged me in. I get it. It ain't gonna do nothing for my fans. You feel me? And I think that this going forward too, also to where again that thing and all these other poems that people have heard, it's amazing work of mine. But I think a lot of times my real good work and my good writing be shit that's really heavy and emotional, and like, we don't display that all the time because it's not slam criteria. It's not. I can't put it in a 3-minute pocket. It's too heavy. I'm not cutting shit out of it. You feel me? And that's what I'm finna present on that. So I would love to do that, hear that, and before I get up, so people can be like, oh shit, yeah, like you know. And I think like also it was just like even like my influence in the community and like things like that. I would love to see like because somebody else had a poem inspired by that thing. Go up there and do that too. Like, you feel me? Let me bask in it. Call me arrogant, call it ego, but let me bask in the fact that I've been inspirational. Like you feel me? And then also let me show y'all another side of me that y'all don't always get to see. And I think honestly, like bro, that feature ain't gonna be a smile in that bitch. Man, if you stay, is because you felt and you resonated with it. Ain't gonna laugh and no kiki in that.
What made me want to do that is because you also had a poem that shouted out everybody. You had a poem that that right there. I'm like, oh man, we could do that out here. Oh man, we can give our motherfuckers props in our poem. Nigga, this is permanent. Nigga, this is tattooed.
I don't even do that shit no more. That's the thing about it. I gotta bring that bitch back out. I also gotta do a part 2. I remember Mira like, bro, you gonna put my name in there? But I mean, I put Juan in there. But like, like, I definitely know. Like, and that's the thing too. I also with Slam and also with the pocket I've been in, I've been too competitive. And when I'm competitive, I don't give a fuck what it takes. It don't matter. And that a lot of times it takes me out of my true self. Or, not my true self, because my true self is very competitive. But also it puts me in a pocket to where like I said this before, my art is not doing what it's supposed to. I'm trying to prove a point with it. It's not moving nobody like it's supposed to. I'm just proving that I can write better than you, I can perform better than you. Where my art should be resonantial. You should be able to hear my poem and be like, God damn it, you're doing the work. And I think I still do that as well with some of those pockets and poems, but it's like I can do it more.
I've been trying to write to where I'm like, nigga, I've been trying to tell y'all I'm nice. I've been trying to tell y'all. And people are finally like starting to see it. And like, I'm quirky. I'm kooky. Mm-hmm. I get it. You know, I'm different. But no, nigga, I'm nice though. Yeah, so it just, you know, that's why I never wanted just to stay in the one pocket. That's why I've always written my feelings, but now I didn't want people to be like, oh, he's always gonna say something funny. Nope, not all the time, but most of the time, I prefer. I prefer. Most of the time, I'm that silly nigga, and I've been since being out lately and being able to be myself again for some reason. For some reason, it felt like I was being caged.
Ooh, let me say this too. So you said being yourself again, right? I seen the quote where somebody said, like, you know, especially when you was in the marriage, right? You was married, right?
Yeah,
right? Yeah. You're not yourself. You were never yourself in that relationship because it was a we thing.
Yeah,
you had the pocket, and don't get me wrong, you had your glimpses where you got out and you got a couple of things that you enjoyed, but for the overall plan of which I was probably trying to establish again, that is that you're not yourself. You can't be yourself. So now that you actually got the free time, congratulations.
Yeah.
Get it back.
Cat's out of the bagel now.
No, big PTO. But you feel me? Like that also goes into like getting back to yourself, and then also I think this is where as we all continue to develop, we don't lose so much of ourselves. Sometimes we become we, because now we are already aligned a little bit more closer because I know what I am or know what I enjoy, and now I know how much I'm willing to sacrifice and compromise.
Yeah,
and for me, this is why it's hard for me to date because you're not more valuable than what I know I'm going after.
You fucking me up right now.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not more valuable than what I know my God has already ordained me for. And until you can show me that you can compliment this, I'm not finna keep on.
Motherfuckers gonna be mad.
You gonna have to not like me.
He got standards that I need motherfuckers to be to. Cause man, I read the red flags before, but now it's just like, I saw him the first time. This time I'm gonna be like, nah, we good on this one. I don't need that no more. Nope. Look, I wrote this one down. Yep. Look, that's you right there. Yeah, number 32. You gotta get unless you can change that. I don't need this.
And more often than not, you ain't. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh, it's nice though. It's nice to find myself at an old ass age. It's it's not old. It's not old, but because people don't really think that I'm that old anyway. But to have gone, yeah, that too. I don't take up much air, man. I'm a less breather out here.
Saving the planet, one breath
at a time. Captain Planet, this motherfucker. But it's nice because I get to be like. I know I have more wisdom about because I've been crushed a lot. Like I'm in a long-term relationship type of person. I've always been in 5 years, 10 years. So I put in the years. This time it was all compressed into like 5 years to where it was like, oh, I did a whole lot in these 5 years. And it was just like, oh shit, this is so much. I take in so much. And I'm like, I love hard. So when shit like this goes down and my face gets hot, you know how Creflo Dollar, when he be preaching, he get all sweaty right there on the side.
Or LJ Hamilton.
Yeah. And it look itchy. It look like it itch. When I get that feeling, nigga, this side right here just start itching. I start sweating. And I'm like, oh man, I don't feel good. Things start getting hot. But this time I was kind of prepared more for the outcome of everything. Like, I understood how things would feel. It was a more detrimental feeling just because there's more attached to it now because I have a son and shit.
Of course.
But like I've seen my entire family go through it. And it's like, now I'm just another statistic. Now I'm just another one of these black people out here that have, boom, we are now in it. But it doesn't bother me as much now just because it's like, oh, it's a breath. It's a load off.
And let me say this too, like with the word statistics specifically, right? This is where, again, like I said earlier, where I'm a nutcase in pattern recognition. So at the end of the day, if you become a statistic, now you know what's against you. And this is where we can go back into anything from systematic oppression, women's being, the matriarchy, with all these other things. If you know that you are of a statistic or of a certain group, you can understand what it takes. Because there's no exemplary cases. Somebody broke the code. Somebody got out of it. Now you can be like, okay, I'm that nigga. This is where ego deaths come in at, which is probably you kind of going through one in your own right to some degree. So it's like, no. I am not exempt of the normal black struggle. I'm not exempt of X, Y, and Z hardship when it comes to a romance. However, there is somebody that broke the code. Now let me go study that. What patterns did they take? What did they do now to break the code to where they're not as affected by being this statistic? Because again, there's a black man out there that ain't never been that probably ain't never been subjugated to some racism to his own knowledge, but at the same time he probably just tuned some of the shit out, but he's still going through the world and get what he needs. And I think that this is where we all gonna have some circles and hurdles, and we're not that exempt, we're not that special, respectfully, and none of us is. And like as much as how much talent you can have,
we all go through hardship.
I'm very fucking talented naturally. I'm not that special though. I'm not that special. Because again, I'm talented because of my God-given gifts or my ability to study and practice. I'm not special because what?
Like
who am I? Was I born like Jesus? Hell no.
I can be touched.
I can be touched. I can be beat. I can be wrong. I can be all of that. But that doesn't negate my talent.
Right.
And that's what a lot of times, even with building relationships, people be like, oh, you're talented. I want to be your friend. I suck as a friend. And I know that. Nigga, you better not call me venting twice about the same shit. I'm gonna tell you to get the fuck off my line. But I'm very talented though. I keep that thing. I can perform my ass off though, but like I suck sometimes as a partner. And I have to be honest with that myself too.
That's honesty, yo.
And like this is where like I know that, but again, people have their own ideals and assumptions. And it's also like even right now I'm having a big problem with people with my rebrand. I remember I just cooked something at work. They're like, Jay, you can cook? I'm like, what made y'all think I couldn't? What made you question that I couldn't? Did I show you that I burnt shit? Do I like what made you? Well, we haven't seen you cook, so you jump to the negative assumption. You jump to the negative assumption, and a part of that is my reasoning too, because I perceive a certain way, I talk a certain way, I do a certain things, and this is where you gotta look in the fucking mirror to why these situations keep coming about. And again, because you thought because I'm talented and I can say whatever the fuck I want. No, I really can't. Like, and so this is where a lot of this with this isolation period or transition period where you actually look in the mirror and all that shit you got to do when you go through these hard things in life, it should hopefully develop you to where you're not just building excuses. Like I tell, this is also a big
there you
thing
go
with therapy these days. Everybody go to therapy to get diagnosed, not to get helped. You don't want to treat it. You just want to say, I have depression. You
Yeah.
don't want to get over your
Yeah,
depression.
no.
You just want to say, I'm depressed, so this is why I act like this. No,
Yeah,
that's
no.
still not a good behavior.
I'm always one of those people. I'm one of those black people. I self-diagnose myself. So no, give me something to fix this.
it. Give me some
I'm
pills.
coming to you to help. I think I know what this is, and so you go ahead and tell me what you know because you're the expert, and then fix it. That's what I need. I need to be fixed because the motherfucker is broken, and it's fun to find that out. Like all this is fun. It's fun in
You
a
enjoying the
sense
work.
to where it's dark as a motherfucker. It's so dark that I like it. Like I like dark shit like that, and I like to be put through the gauntlet. I like to be put through something to where I've never been through, just to see if I can handle it and how I will handle it. Hence why I went to California. I was like, oh, that's the leap that I took to where I was like, nigga, I am not prepared for this. But I was like, fuck it, packed my things and dipped. And I was like, I'll see how far I can make it. And I made it pretty far. I made it pretty far to say that, all I was banking on was this electrical skills. And being the minority in an all Mexican crew. And yeah, they ain't give a fuck about that at all. They was like, yeah, all right, sure. We got you because we don't hire the other color. And I was like, cool, I'm brown enough to get with the crew. But they was like, when we fuck things up, you were the one that fucked it up. And I'm like, yo, man, it's fucked up. I wish they had that translation back then. I'd be on your ass right now. I'll be on that
I work in this LMI,
Google
bro.
Translate, bitch. I'll be on your
LMI,
ass.
And right now, bro, right now for my job, like sometimes I gotta do performance reviews or I gotta basically like kind of speak highly or whatever it is of my coworkers. A lot of my coworkers are Spanish speaking. So half of the time your interaction, I can't identify what was good or not. I just know you started talking. I just know you was doing part of your job. So like, and this is where like I understand where that frustration comes in. Even being that minority, because again, it still comes off and you don't understand how it's still affecting you in your performance. And how are you viewed? And so like this is where again, like you said, the fun part about it, the realizing of it. Again, once you realize you're the outlier, you can't be like, well, I know I'm gonna be treated. I'm not expected to be treated wrong. You're the outlier. Why wouldn't you be treated wrong? That's what happens when you're the black sheep. You're the outlier.
Pretty much.
So like,
I knew exactly what was gonna happen as soon as I got there. I was like, oh shit, y'all about to give me the blues.
But
I
you
get
went
it.
through it to make you who you are now.
Yeah.
And again, if people would have been like, well, this is against me, it's rigged.
You know what the
then
thing
you won't
was?
challenge
I just
yourself.
had to be really good at what I did. I had to be really good, basically. And it got to the point where there was certain shit I did not know and I couldn't fix. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take the L on this one because I get it. Y'all, you got your homies that's starting to come in now. This nigga won't fight me. Fuck him. I bucked on him yesterday. So, he fuck it up. But, hey, I get it. I'm not down. All right, cool. Whatever. They were nice. They were. I mean, they weren't bad people. They were just like, we're going to give you a shot. But we've been hearing too many things. You aggressive, Kyle.
Oh, please.
Yeah, okay, sure.
That's where
Sure,
you also
I'm
gotta-
aggressive. I feel as if I need to be aggressive because this nigga lying on me. Fuck him. And, so.
Culture in a nutshell, bro.
In a nutshell,
And that's
man.
where, like, even in general, this is why I tell
help.
you all the time where you got to understand.
Don't fuck over me,
You gotta
son. I'm
do
just trying to work and make my money. Nigga, you dicking into my pockets.
Yeah, so like, and this is where you just gotta have understanding. And a lot of times, understanding comes with harsh realities, come with isolated time in those dark spaces. It comes with research, and a lot of times you want to avoid all of those things. You think that you should. Then also now you avoid all that. Now you're arrogant, and how you think that this shouldn't happen to you, or why, like I'm better than this, or I'm special. You're not. Like we are one of another piece of something in the cog of a wheel. Like even for me,
this
somebody
big
gonna
old
come
marble
behind me and make another poem better than mine, make another trend better than something I did, and that's cycles. But I think this is also where sustainability comes in at and longevity. If you don't look at it like, okay, cool, being long in longevity, I know I'm going to lose my position. Let's use Outkast as a good example. Reason why I say Outkast is respected because they put the mic down at one point in time and said, we done. Really doing this group shit.
Yeah.
We made our Grammys. We knocked the walls down. We did this. Now let's mentor. And this is a problem in the poetry community. You niggas don't want to be leaders. Y'all still chasing something from back in the fucking day. Pack it up. Take on the next role. You can't play basketball like you used to back in the day. Go coach. Go coach. And if you coach, you might get a fucking ring.
I'm excited to coach. I'm excited for people to be like, man, how you do what you do? I definitely would like to teach people. Like I was looking into just public speaking, just to be just going on stages and being like, look, man, check this shit out. Like, but it's not just this. Like, I have an understanding of everything that we like as entertainers. I have a great understanding of it now. Like besides getting the big money part of where, and now we see how real gatekeepy and fucking just vile that inside baseball shit is. It's like, oh, you motherfuckers. But the genuine people, they're gonna outshine regardless. You know, so as long as motherfuckers is genuine, as long as motherfuckers, and that's usually the only people that I fuck with anyway.
Real shit, you can be genuine in your fucked upness. Just say I'm using you to get on. Instead of saying this is fucking family and community.
That's fucked up.
Just say that. Hey, I need you.
I need you to be honest. I need y'all to be honest.
And you might get far. You might make a good business arrangement. They might be like 60-40.
You know what?
Let's do it.
I can't tell you. No, I lie. I was about to say I can't tell you the last time I've been lied to because I fuck around with cool people. But my job, these niggas lie to me all the time. I'm like, bitch, you lying right now. I know you lying. Bitch, you lucky we not outside because I won't beat you up. Yeah. But you know, I can't act like that. This is we in front of principals and shit. But yeah, man, it's crazy. You know, when you got some real good friends, you don't really expect motherfuckers to be lying to you like that. And then when they do, it's like, nigga, you lying. You know when your friends is lying. It's always fun to find when your friend. Well, we got into some good shit today. Oh, this was good. This was good. Yeah, I don't even.
Got any more questions?
I don't even know if I asked questions. Did I?
We're talking. That's how it's supposed to feel. Yeah. But whatever you got. Listen, I got a little promo, but like, let me take you facilitate.
Yeah, man. You've answered everything, and then we went into other things, and those things got answered. You know, it's just it feels great. What you got coming up, man?
Right now, like I said,
you're always busy. Look, what you got?
So right now, the big thing is personal growth. So that's what a lot of my what I have coming up, and we've been publicized that. But like right now, I'm on my sobriety journey.
Yes, that's big. Congrats.
I just hit 2 weeks, and then once we hit 21 days, that's a habit.
Dang, go ahead, clap that up for that.
So once we hit 21 days, it's a new habit, and then we're gonna do now is going to transform that to something else. So basically, like, if there's 21 days of no smoking, no drinking, next 21 days, we're going to eat right and work out every day. The next 21 days, we ain't going to be lustful and we going to be X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
Now with the
are you going to pick those habits? Are you going to pick certain things back up? Or are you just going to leave them back in the past?
And this is also with sobriety or even because, again, perfection is coming in, you will fall. So I'm not looking to go be like, 21 days, I'm finna celebrate with a bottle. That's
no.
But like at the same time, I understand that if I do go out, because again, the reason why I stopped was because of my intention. Again, I'm going out just to drink just because I get a free drink. I'm vicing something.
Right.
And then the third. Now I go out, we celebrate. I just did my show on January 28th. It was a success. Give me a shot. I'm gonna take the one shot. I got work in the morning. I'll see y'all later. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then at the same time, it's not what I used to do. Was like one shot leads to two shots leads to me lusting after a bitch I shouldn't, and that goes into now my ego, and it's just so now it just compounds into worse things. So this is where when I continue to add on to those other things that I'm going to be without or try to go without, it's just going to give me the opportunity to see myself in my nakedness, my rawness, my quietness. And then also I'm getting ready to move. Like I said, I just got a bike, so I'm gonna just be on the bike and shit.
That's wild, yo. It's cold as fuck too. It's cold as fuck. It's cold as fuck. Man, get your leathers, man.
I'm young, and the thing about it. Right now, like, you know, that comes.
It's good that you're seeing all this now as well.
You know, I'm getting like I need another life insurance policy. Like I got one on my job, but I need another one just in case for enough coverage for whatever that looks like. And also, this is what being intentional, being an adult looks like too. You know,
right?
What those investments look like. Okay, put that money into that.
Right.
Make sure that goes somewhere for whoever that might be come behind me, and we gonna make sure that it's in order too. Because like even right now, I kid you not, there is like because me and my family is very sticky, and so like there's not too many people younger than me that I would give that money to and be like, yeah, you got it. I trust you to do the right thing with it.
Yeah.
Realistically, I might just write a will. Hey, we're going to donate this much to the poetry community for X, Y, and Z.
Right.
We might do this and that and the third, whatever that might look like. But, you know, until I get a wife or a family or something like that, you know. But I think this also just what my development look like. We looking at everything long term, so that's what's coming up for me. Outside of that, artistically wise, I'm gonna start pushing my push. Basically, I got a show that's gonna be at Avant Garden, and it's gonna be the 20th, I believe, where the title of it is Meet the Browns, and basically, essentially, my last name is Brown. But it's gonna be a set that is about my Black experience that also leads into what my title book will be called, which also leads further into that Black experience. So it's like a soft rollout to kind of get y'all familiar with what my body of work really is. 'Cause I tell you, I got 3 pockets: Black, emotional, and love. And love just comes with off the wit every once in a while.
It's the king of Black and sad here, y'all. Ooh, boy.
So, like, you know, it's just like, let me lean in my pockets and let me do actual artist work. Let me do a marketing rollout. Let me do campaigns. Let me do merch. Let me do all these things. And again, let's push this ideal and not make it just a moment. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these poems. I made it a moment. I made it for a quick merch sale. I made it because, again, I needed that money, you know, but at the same time, now this is a long-term play. Let's look at rights. Let's look at copyrights. Let's make sure the book is done right. Let's do all these different things. So intention is what I got coming forward. And so also that goes into, nigga, you won't see me at open mic. I told somebody else, I might not even slam next year. I don't even know if I want to slam at all. And I respectfully am the best slammer still in this bitch.
Hello.
You feel me? Top 3, depending on who you ask. But I don't even know if I want to slam at all because, again, like I said, it puts me in a pocket to where I'm not focusing on what the outcome is long term. It's more short term. And so, yeah, we're just looking at more lifelong plans. And I think that goes into, again, relationships, jobs, art, all of these things. We're not looking at 6 months away because my 6 months is taken care of, respectfully. I have money saved. I have this and then the third saved. I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunity. But so now, since we got the next 3 months prepared, let's now go to the 6 months. Let's go to the year. Let's go to 5 years and really get a detailed description on what all of this looks like. Because then also, I need to get a manager. You feel me? I'm trying to get all the different things so I can build a team. I can, like, even with the entrepreneur, I've done this shit by myself. It is the pro of it is I don't have to share anything, the benefit with a lot of people. However, the con of it, I harbor everything. And I mean, a lot of times I can't be the artist because I'm being a businessman. I can't be the businessman because I'm too emotional because I'm overwhelmed. And so, like, this is where now getting a team comes in at, to where, again, now I can be able to trust that and point and shoot. And then now I come in, I walk in, I do what I got to do. But it's a lot of more professionalism that coming with all of this. Even my wardrobe has changed. I couldn't tell you the last time I really just wore sneakers.
The difficulty of finding a team.
Oh, it is. And I think but part of that is just like love, though. I think that anything with communities, with anything you want to look at it, you will fail. Somebody will try to fuck you over. It will not go through the right way. It's going to be lapses. There's going to be learning curves. There's going to be all these different things, growing pains. But it's like you said, I'm okay with the journey of it. That's fun to me. Like when I realize, you're not for me, cool. Now I just saved myself 6 more years. You feel me? 5 more years. So like, it is what it is. And now, even like respectfully within the community, I know who I can and can't work with. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And like, as much as you would like to be around for X, Y, and Z or what makes sense, I just know I can't do this for you. And even that goes to personal relationships, friends. You are a dope friend. You are a cool artist. We share this space. We are not laying in bed with business. Because I would hate to come across your shit. We kind of had that conversation before, not too long ago. A lot of times we don't need to blend all these roles. Be my friend.
Right.
Be my friend. And if
that's
be that,
what I need.
Or again, if you want to be here for business, nigga, do your job, or we're gonna have a problem.
That's
and niggas don't want that accountability. So my friend is a lot easier job.
If
you want to be,
that's probably one of the reasons why I don't have anybody else do this with me. I'm like, no, you're cool. I just try to talk to you because I don't have to rely on anybody. I've in the beginning, I got a crew. I got a team. They back at home. They fucking, like, we used to try to do things together, and I saw what that led to. Now we can easily, I mean, we're a little more busier now, but we could easily, if we needed to, we can get together and knock shit out. But that's just not on our agenda anymore. And, you know, we had that time and it's passed. Now we have our own thing to where all of us kind of like self-sufficient to where we can do our own little shit. We ain't really got to worry about nobody else. And that's kind of how, like, I like that hustle of it that I have to where I go around kind of like a loner. You know, I ain't got really nobody with me because nobody really, besides Taya, she's usually always with me. But most of the time, like, nobody really fits. You know,
That's okay.
so it's nice. I like it that way though. I prefer it that way. I like going places by myself.
And then I think even also sometimes, especially with AI or with X, Y, and Z, all these other different resources we have, I can just task somebody for a one-off job and pay them fair. And I think this will even go into the community sometimes where, like, you got tasked to do your poem, not a part of the team, because you don't offer skill sets to be a part of the team. And I think this is where a lot of people get confused with what they expect and things of that nature. But it's also where, as a leader or as a facilitator, that you got to communicate that this doesn't give you a guarantee X, Y, and Z.
Right.
This doesn't give you, you're still gonna be tried and true. You got to get tested throughout the rest of this journey. Just because you was here in the first steps, don't mean that there's not gonna be an audit. And I think this is what people get fucked up too all the time, even in friendships. My nigga, I got friends from back in the day. A lot of these things are online. Nigga, we was smoking, drinking, popping pills. Nigga, I'm not doing that no more. So now let's audit our friendship. What else can we do? And then that's when people don't have nothing else to offer. And then now it's like, well, you're unfair for leaving me. Why should I stay in a place that doesn't fit me anymore?
Right.
And this is why we get stressed out a lot of times. We even need building these teams and things like that. It's like, oh, you don't have the free time that I need no more. Or you don't have this. And there's nothing wrong with that. You made a decision for your life. I made a decision for mine. But at the end of the day, it's still our love. And then sometimes people forget that, when you lose a connection or you lose the proximity, it's not that I don't hate you. I ain't, you feel me? But I do hate some of the shit you do. Like,
yeah. That's why I only got so many friends, so many really good friends.
So, and that's where again
my friend circle has gotten bigger though since I've been out here, which is good. Which is
also, this is where, like, being a poet. Let me be specific. I think, like I tell people all the time, my associates or people around me have got bigger. I think, like, don't get me wrong. I want to walk into everything like a friend would be. I'm not coming here having ill will against you. I'm not going to try to snake you out or none of that. However, I know there's a different layer of like friendship that comes with deep connection and intimacy. And here's the same thing with some of this community. Like, I seen y'all, some people for months on end, every week. Yes, we built a relationship.
Yeah, we built a relationship.
But at the same time, I haven't told you about my me and my mama relationship. And again, I might have put it in a poem, but that don't mean you know me.
Yeah,
you don't know how that shit developed.
yeah.
And so, like, at the end of the day, and this also with community, it ain't all about the glitz and glamour. It ain't all about the snaps and claps that come around with popping out with somebody. Because again, that's a part of that friendship. If I'm really down on my knuckles, will you be able to kind of even give me a shoulder?
That's when you find your friends right there.
Your friends and
the motherfuckers is gonna be there for you.
I got a handful of them. And like, even with some of these people that I work with in business, y'all are great people. Y'all have good hearts. You're not my friend. And again, in some of these moments, I have to sit there by myself. Because again, you're too busy. You got X, Y, Z going on, or you don't even have the capacity to do it, and that's okay. But again, I understand that if what this reciprocal relationship will look like, is based off of what we both are giving each other. So I got a handful of friends, and a lot of them, like, realistically, are still people that's out in other places of the world that come from my hometown. Yeah, out here, I got maybe, like, I tell people right now, like, I ain't even gonna try to just name names.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't do that.
Like 5 to 10 motherfuckers.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Really that's all I need, though.
That's all you need. Like, I was gonna say, I've gained a few friends as I came out here. I've gained, to where I'm like, oh, this is cool. I got people that I can call on, just in case if anything is needed. People that'll be there for a motherfucker besides family. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is all right, cool. I can rock with this. California. Oh boy!
And that's the thing I tell people out here. I'm out here naked. And again, it was a real example. Like, I was in my feelings not too long ago for Thanksgiving, right? Again, I don't know if y'all forgot because I got so ingrained in the community. I don't have no family out here, bro. Yeah, I don't have none of this. So say for instance, when Thanksgiving coming and everybody off with their peoples and shit like that, I ain't got that luxury. I sat my house right here and my neighbor downstairs and give me a plate. I wanted that. And if I didn't reach out to niggas saying Happy Thanksgiving, they want to talk to me. But again, I'm not holding that over your head. But if you're really my friend, let's orchestrate something.
Nigga, you understand when the motherfucker watch this podcast, when they watched it, they gonna think it's like at a 2x speed. Nigga, we have not slowed down. we are at about a minute, boy. Like, it's at a quick speed too. Like, we just
you gotta take 1, 2, 1. You gotta go down. It's 0.75.
That's fun. That's fun.
And this just goes when I know how I get when I just talk about something I care about. It just comes out.
That's the passion right there.
But regardless, I think that even in this space, in this community that we share, I'm very appreciative and grateful to everybody. But I also am very understanding an ado of certain words and expectations. And at the end of the day, if you are not that good at poetry, I'm not gonna say you're good at poetry. I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like if you're not this person, you're not my friend.
Yeah, this is a different lane over here.
Associate, and I
This is a
appreciate
different
the
lane
time
over
we
here.
share. And so, like, I think just also that goes back into identifying self or things like that. Really be honest with what these words are. Again, don't let somebody.
They got the people that write poetry, and then they got the people that do poetry.
That live it.
Yo,
And for me,
it's different
y'all,
lanes.
It just ain't that.
Oh, I love it.
It ain't that. But
Hell yeah.
man, my brother,
Hell
other
yeah.
than that, man, what you got coming up?
Man, you know, I got Ano show. I'm featuring at Ano's that way at Taste Buds
Shout out to
this
that.
Thursday.
And I might he like me. He might annoy some niggas, but like
Yeah.
man.
He good peoples. He's so good
he
peoples,
try his
man.
best, you know.
Yeah,
he
he
sometimes might
does.
rub somebody off the wrong way.
It's like, but he just being him, and I love it.
You can't hate authenticity.
Yeah, and well, I got that coming up. We got a collaboration coming up that I got to tell you about. That's exciting. Shows coming up in the near future. We go live. Holla at them. They got something coming up with them, which is very special. I'm not gonna talk much more about that, but I'll just let y'all be excited about that. And man, this, shit.
Podcast of the podcast.
Podcast of the podcast, man. Hey, it's growing. It's getting big. Like, share, subscribe. Keep telling other motherfuckers we here, man.
I also got a website coming
Yeah,
out.
no, I was about to tell them. Let them know. We wasn't done. Let everybody know where they can find you at, where all your handles, all that. Cause you gotta let them know before we close everything out.
So
You gotta make sure.
UC Jae on all social media platforms. You can look that in Google and take you to YouTube or Instagram or whatever that case may be. But also, I'm working on a website. And it's about 80% done. I'm just being lazy without putting the clicks through and everything like that.
Yeah.
But we're almost there, and even this will be in my portfolio page to where people can watch the interviews and things like that. So, and then that's also I'm having a deja vu moment. It's crazy.
I've had,
but
nice.
yes. I also, again, in that, go back into my skill set. Again, I went to school for digital marketing and management. I built websites, to some degree. So, like, this is where, like,
in my bag,
some of my analness comes in.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
make sure this is all right and it flows well and it looks good. But yeah, man, I got that coming out, so you can follow everything once that website drops. The handle I ain't gonna put out there because you ain't gonna go buy my domain,
right?
But you feel me? You can get it.
Keep that safe, right?
It's a lot coming, and that will be LinkedIn pages at UC.Jae. So yeah, man, it's just, I think, like I said, a lot of professionalism coming up, and again, that makes it a lot easier to access me and work with me. That's the last thing.
A lot of professionalism coming up. That's what I'm talking about. Well, hell yeah. Y'all know what this is. Tell me a joke that got line to chase a dream. I've been your host, Maniacal Menace. Kyle Smith said the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. And until next time, keep dreaming, jokers. Woohoo! Boom.